guys are well. So, at the time I'm making this, it's 10 past 8 in the morning, and I couldn't sleep, so I thought it'd be a cool idea to do a little Q&A kind of thing. In a little series we're going to call the Open Floor. This here set of questions, I'm sorry, I actually found on Facebook as one of those like random posts that keep flying around. So I'm like, this could make a good video. So here we are. We're gonna answer all of these going down the row. I'm gonna leave the questions up, and once we knock out a column, the picture will move over and we'll knock out the next one. So I suppose let's not waste any time. Let's enjoy some Respawn by Razor. It's in a Twitch G Fuel cup, but don't mind that right now. My main Respawn shaker's dirty. Use code ARIEL for 10% off all your Respawn by Razor needs. Anyway, go down the list here. Oh, this is something I don't often publicly talk about. So, number 1 is sexual orientation. I am a pansexual. Oh, the weight that was just lifted off me. I do not give a shit about your gender identities. If we vibe that way, like, you best believe, like, I'm down. Like, as long as we rock together, the vibe is there, then the bits will follow. Know what I'm saying? Number 2, what am I really bad at? In a more tangible sense, I am not the greatest at, like, keeping hands steady for, like, precision stuff. That's why I can never get a factory job, because my hands don't stay still enough. I'm also terrible at most first-person shooters, but that's not the point. The biggest thing I'm bad at is actually being open with my emotions. As you'll see in a later video, I'll go into full-on detail about that later. Celebrity I'd like to have coitus with. See, I don't view celebrities like that. I just don't. Now, I'm gonna slightly edit the question into celebrity I'd date assuming they're single. There's quite a few. Be like, I would definitely take assuming they're single, of course. Like Hikaru Shida from AEW. I'm a huge wrestling fan. If that's not clearly obvious. Assuming they're single. Scarlett Johansson, I totally would. Margot Robbie, if assuming they're single, of course. Best first date. Oh god, this one's actually hilarious. So TLDR. This is about my first date with my ex-fiance. And we had met online, right? And this is how it went. Be like, hey, you look pretty awesome, send. You look pretty awesome too. Want to hang out sometime? Send. Sometime next week, cool? Sure, send. And then I completely forgot about it. Like I forget about many things. Then she shows up at my door. And I'm like, oh, fuck. Yeah, I forgot we were doing this today. My bad. I got a plan. I'll figure it out as we're going along here. I just had to stop at Mama House first. Be like, walk up into Mama House and be like, she waited out in the car, obviously, because it was just a 5-second run in, run out. I was living on the other side of town at the time. I'm like, Ma, lend me $20. Why? Apparently I signed up to go on a date today, and I completely forgot about it. Yes. Mom and Dad roasted me for that. So then we end up going my job at the time, or was about to be my second stint with that particular establishment. Do all that, then we go back to my place. There was no diddling involved. And we ended up watching ECW, most like hardcore matches or something on WWE Network, because it turns out she's a wrestling fan. Throughout this whole thing, and I did ask at some point during the date what her name was, because I only knew the screen name. I did not know her actual name. So I went on a date with somebody and I had no idea what their first name was. That ended up being a 15-month relationship. So I don't know how I pulled that off, but I did. So I must have that swag or something. Dad. Anyway, description of my self-esteem. Right now, pretty high. My best friend's name. Okay. I have a lot of best friends, dude. You can have more than one best friend. That's my field. Like, those are the real ones, as I like to call them. But the three that have been down the longest would be my buddy Ed, my buddy Ken, and my buddy Jason. Sean, that you do see on my streams sometimes, he's definitely on the list too. So we're going to cap it off at those four. Favorite book? Fellowship of the Ring, Lord of the Rings. Biggest turnoffs. Ooh. See, I never quite thought about this one. Like, this one's kind of hard. I'd probably say most citrus fruit smells. Oh, and the feeling of lotion. Oh, that shit's disgusting. Description of your best friend. Go to twitch.tv/straightupsean. And if you were to meet, like my four best friends that we just talked about, they're all different in their own in their own ways. You know what I'm saying? Like, one's more calm and reserved. One's super chill, but he can be very emotional. One's a huge video game nerd, and the other is like my main streaming buddy. And it's been chill times, chill vibes ever since. Favorite animal? Honey, come here. Honey's asleep. Someone I miss. Ooh. I'm gonna go with my grandma Betty, honestly, because she had passed in 2012, and she was always good to me. I don't know what her relationship was like with the other grandkids or any of that, but I'd say that one. Reason behind my last breakup. Ugh. I don't want to talk about it. What I did yesterday. Yesterday for me is still technically today. So I popped off her stream, which, by the way, we had started our Umbreon solo run in Sacred Gold on the Twitch channel, link down below. And did some chilling, and then it was a good time. Greatest achievement. Ooh, there's many of these. Playing the Rave with Nocturne Angel is probably up there. Let's see. Hitting Twitch affiliate, that was probably, and I'm gonna go with the more recent one. What we did with Fly with St. Jude. I mean, it's not much in the grand scheme of charity streaming comparatively to what it could have been, but for a small community like ours to raise the amount we did, real MVPs there. Description of who I dislike the most. See, that's a little weird, because I am my own biggest hater. So, but I'm also my biggest fan at the same time. So, favorite songs. Yes, I could rant on about this all day. But this one, I would say, let's narrow it to 3 just to be safe here. Unholy Confessions from Avenged Sevenfold, Never Again from Breaking Benjamin, and Plush from the Stone Temple Pilots from 3 to 1. How My Last Kiss Went Down. On a fling. Set the mood kind of thing. What I find attractive in the preferred sex. Well, again, like I said in the sexual orientation question, as long as y'all have that vibe, your bits will follow. Like, if the connection is there, then fuck yeah. But I'm a sucker for eyes. I find eyes are the gateway to the soul. So, pets. I technically have two. I have a cat named Oliver, and we have Honey, the golden doodle. So that ends up knocking out row number 1. We're gonna go on to row number 2 now. Favorite ice cream flavor: Ben & Jerry's The Tonight Dough / Ben & Jerry's Half-Baked Ice Cream. Where I want to be right now. Like, I like where I am, both living situation, mentally, like, I'm almost there. I'm almost where I need to be. Living-wise, I'm in a great situation right now. Would I like a bigger space than the apartment above my mother's? I would. Hands down, I'd love that. But I'm in the best situation I can be right now. So I'd like to think, well, mentally, I'm still a little off of where I want to be. We're in a good spot. Worst thing someone said to me. Anything involving derogatory terms towards those with mental disabilities. Places I've lived: Milwaukee, Hartford, and Madison. I will love you if... Ooh. That is a very loaded question. I'll love you if you just are genuinely honest with me. I think that would probably be best. Future plans. Keep growing. Excuse me. Keep growing as a content creator. Bag a relationship in there somewhere. And just be the best version of myself that I can. An internal conflict I have. There are too many. Mostly, it's the if I knew then what I know now battle. I have that a lot, but other than that, not too much. What am I doing tomorrow? Casting. Probably more than likely. If this is a Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, or Saturday that you're watching this. Or, let me rephrase. If this is a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, or Friday if you're watching this, because that is my stream schedule. But that can, it changes every day. It changes every day. What I want to be when I grow up. Well, I had so many different paths in front of me, man. Like, my first major thing for that was professional wrestling, actually. I took a pro wrestling class back in 2012. I'm gonna just stay a fan, bro. I'm just staying a fan. Like, I was a vegetable on my couch for 6 hours after that camp. Mad respect. Do what you got to do. It ain't for me. And then it was music. As you see by my lovely guitars back here. I still dabble with it a little bit, but nothing like... nothing really substantial anyway. And then I'm on the path right now of the streaming career and such. Like, Twitch is my Twitch is my passion, dude. Like, it is the only thing I want to do career-wise. But I also love where I'm at as a Twitch streamer too. I feel where I'm at in the spectrum of Twitch, it's like, how do I put this? A lot more personal, a lot more intimate setting. Would I love to have the numbers of, say, Tim the Tatman and Dr. Lupo? Abso-fucking-lutely. I would love to have those numbers all day, fam. But there ain't much I can do about that right now. Most embarrassing moments. I've had a lot of those. It's hard to pinpoint exactly just one, and I also don't really remember all of them either. 2 insecurities. My mental disability, and the whole if I knew then what I know now debate that I have all the time. If I win the lottery, 4-account setup, bills, home repair, grocery, and for fun. I'd make sure I'm set up for life, and then do whatever I want with it. Description of my crush. She knows who she is. I'm not gonna go further into detail, but I very much like mine of the rocking variety. Some could even say that that's like the, I had a really good name pun joke for that, and I completely lost it. It'll come back to me in a second. Ah, yes. It's a beautiful storm, isn't it? Anyway, favorite thing about myself. My ability to adapt to whatever situation I'm in. Like, I've always prided myself on my adaptability. Like, to kind of like a free, it's like I'm a free-flowing organism kind of thing. Like, take for example, I worked in the restaurant business for years, man. As a waiter, especially, business could just be stagnant, dip into nothing, and then just shoot up out of nowhere. Dead. And I have to stay adaptable to not only what's happening in front of me in a more physical sense, but also to, like, different partners and all that shit. Pet peeves. I wouldn't call it a pet peeve per se. That's just something I extremely dislike. I would have to say odd numbers. Like, oh Jesus. 35 bands I've seen live. A lot. But I'll recap the ones I've seen the most for you. At 9 or 8. It's either 8 or 9 times, but Avenged Sevenfold I've seen the most. They are my all-time favorite band as well. And then Breaking Benjamin, I think I've seen them 5. Black Veil Brides, Sleeping with Sirens, and Pierce the Veil, an all-time low, or all tied at 4. Kids in the future, how many? It depends on the partner, man. Depends on the partner. And just how it works. Ideally, if I were to have a how many, 3 at most. But it depends on the situation I'm in and, like, where I'm at financially. There's a lot that goes into it. Idea of a perfect date? Video games and chillaxing. I'm a relatively simple guy. What I'm really good at, Pokemon. More specifically, lately it seems, doing very frustrating Pokemon runs because I'm a glutton for punishment. Alright. Most traumatic experience. I'm glad to say I've lived a relatively trauma-free life. I can't say... I wish I could say the same for everybody, but sadly that's not a thing. But the most traumatic, I would say, is when the ex-fiance left. Like, that's the closest thing I have to a traumatic experience, okay? That's all I got. Where would I like to live? If I could afford it, California. More specifically, San Diego, California. But no matter where I end up in the world, I'll make the best of it. Like, I'm in a bumfuck ass town in Wisconsin right now, and I'm making the most of what I got. So, nicest thing said to me. It was just said recently. I forgot all the words, but it had something to do with all the charity work we've been doing, and I don't remember. It sounds like I don't care about what they said, but trust me, I do. I just can't remember what they said right now. Do I like where I am now? For the most part. For the most part. What can I hear right now? Well, right now, I have a hip-hop beat playing in my ears, which you are also hearing on the video right now. It's made by my cousin Yambino. His link is down below in the description of all of my videos. He is the oldest second cousin I have. So, my relationship with my siblings, oh, it's top tier. I'm not gonna front. My relationship with my sisters is like God tier, dog. Once you get all three of us in a room and we just start bouncing jokes off of each other, it's like a never-ending wave of laughter. It's great. Biggest worry, failing in my goals. Something I'm waiting for. On a smaller scale, Cyberpunk 2077. On a bigger scale, the day I become a Twitch partner. And it's not if I become, it's when. Relationship with my parents. Oh, God. 'This one's hard. 50% of my parental relationship is amazing. Me and my mom are like super tight, super close. However, I don't have the same kind of relationship with my dad. We're working on that right now, though. We are working on that right now. But from birth to just like a few months ago, there wasn't really any sort of relationship there. So, we're working that out right now. Something I should have said a long time ago. Oh, that's a hard one. But I'm gonna say I should have said no to smoking. Because we'll get into that kind of journey if I ever do a thing like this about my brainwaves and my mental health. So, last text received. Yes, I'm looking. It was US Cellular trying to sell me stuff. Last text message sent was a thank you text to my sister for taking me to my oldest sister to take me to the gas station. What I hate the most about myself. The disability. Biggest turn-ons. Ooh. There's a lot of those. Not very friendly for YouTube terms of service, because we're just going to skip that one. But just know, I got my quirks too. I like the foreplay is really great for me, but that's about as far as we're going to get into that. Words that upset me. Anything that is racist, transphobic, homophobic, sexist, and derogatory towards those with mental disabilities. What I hate most about Scoo... See, I didn't really mind Scoo too much. Like, it didn't bother me at all. Like, I could honestly have cared less about Scoo. It was kind of there. Probably people messing with me just because I'm the way I am, but there's nothing I can do about that. What I'm wearing. Clothing. Last thing I ate. Jimmy Dean's sausage, egg, and cheese sandwiches that were in my freezer. And the last thing I drank, Respawn by Razer pomegranate watermelon. You can see the box for it right there behind me. I'm gonna have some right now. And that is all the questions we have on here. And I think one of these days what I'll do is we'll do one more for content creation kind of stuff. So leave a comment down below of whatever question you want me to answer that is obviously within Twitch terms of service that wasn't covered here and is relevant to the topic I'm about to drop right now. What do you want to know about me as a content creator? You've gotten a little quick glimpse into my personal life. Now, what do you want to know about me, the creator? And that will do it for this episode of The Open Floor, Know Your Creator Part 1. If you liked it, leave a like, comment, subscribe down below, and I will see you soon. Good day, goodbye, and good night.